Hello and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Liz. So today's reading, we are doing the weekly reading. If you've been joining me for these, welcome back. I love it. We get so much detail every single week and today was no exception. We have a lot of detail. So I'll show you the choices and yeah, we'll jump into it today. So for group one, I went with 11, 22, and 33. So for group one, we have In Perfect Harmony, number 11. And you can choose your group based on image, number, or the title. For group 2, number 22, we've got Tender Embrace. And for group 3, 33, Ears Wide Open. So whichever card is calling to you, that will be your messages for this week. Let's take a deep breath. That sometimes helps. So we'll do that first. Your time, no rush. Please remember though, have fun with my readings. My readings are meant for entertainment purposes, so just keep that in mind. You know, just because something comes up doesn't mean you have to do anything. Always listen to your intuition. It is cool though, I will say, when you come back and let me know what does happen based on the charms or different things like that. So yeah, just kind of put it in perspective. If you get a challenging card on one of the days, don't let it determine how your day or how your week is going to go. We will figure it out, right? Every week has its ups and downs. And overall, this week looked actually pretty fantastic for all three groups. So I'm excited to hear what you think. Timestamps are always linked below, as well as all of the information about the cards, the special guest oracles, which by the way are Wisdom of the Oracle and the Oracle of the Seven Energies. Both of these are Colette Baron-Reid decks. This has always been one of my favorites. This one, I love it. And if you want to support my channel and join my cozy community over on Patreon or memberships, definitely check that out. Recently, we did the Junk Drawer Oracle, which by the way, if you didn't watch my last video, I did my new Junk Drawer Oracle. I'll show it to you. So this is my Junk Drawer Oracle, and it's essentially things that I thought would make good charms, but didn't fit in my charm set. So there's just like random treasures. You know me, I'm always collecting all these little things. So yeah, I made a little oracle out of it. So it's the Junk Drawer Oracle, and it was a lot of fun. So check that out. I'll link that one below as well. If that's something you want me to continue, I can definitely do that. But yeah, let's jump in. We will start with group number 1. Hello, group 1. If you chose the number 11 card in Perfect Harmony, then this is your messages for this week. So if you haven't seen a weekly reading, welcome. We are about to dive in and see what is in store for you over the next 7 days. We'll start with your oracle cards. We're working with today the Wisdom of the Oracle, as well as the Oracle of Seven Energies. That's this one. And then this one is the Wisdom of the Oracle. So let's see what you might be expecting this week, group 1. Then we'll get you your tarot cards, we'll get you some charms. Group 1, what is happening this week? What's coming up for group 1 this week? You've got Message in a Bottle. Okay. Message in a Bottle. So a message coming in. You might want to check out the Junk Drawer Oracle I just posted. It was really fun. I used a different kind of oracle for it, and one of the groups was about like very clearly a message. All of the things that came out it was actually pretty funny. Okay, group 1, what is happening this week for group 1? Okay, love, so possible messages of love, and you've got success assured with good plans and hard work. Okay, so looks like some nice energy for you this week, group 1. We have Perfect Harmony, which is the one you chose. Some keywords for this card are togetherness. Actually, I'm going to look up the rest of the keywords. It's number 11. All right, so yeah, key concepts: togetherness, healthy and harmonious relationships. That's nice to see with love. Commitment to a relationship, collaboration with others, and interdependence. Okay, so relationship-wise this week, things are really looking good. I noticed too, there's the message in a bottle. There could be like an important phone call coming in this week or a message of love, okay? And it's taken some time to get to. I always imagine message in a bottle. Actually, in the reading I did with the Junk Drawer Oracle, there was a literal message in the bottle. So I would check out that reading because there could be more insight as to like what this might be about. We'll try and get as much as we can though, but yeah, I'm seeing some hearts in that bottle, so there could be a message of love. This is really good with In Perfect Harmony because that tells me you're on a similar page, right? The two of you are, maybe this is like reconnecting after something happened, because I do see a starfish, which could indicate healing, okay? So if there was tension or an argument or something like that, this could indicate that someone's coming in to, reconnect with you. Or it could just be a message in general of like flirtatiousness. Somebody could be developing feelings. It could just be a message of love, okay? This could be like a relationship that's forming. It could be your partner or something like that. But either way, relationships this week are highlighted. And this could absolutely extend into work. So it could be a good week for collaboration. It could be a great week to kind of get things done as a team. So that's all looking good. And you also have success assured with good plans and hard work. So yeah, not only are your relationships, the communication specifically, doing well this week, but also you're on the right track towards some sort of goal, okay? It's saying success is assured with good plans and hard work. So stick to what you're doing. I love that card because it's not saying it's going to be easy, but it's saying it's going to be worth it. Success is around the corner. So let's see what your tarot cards bring up for this week. We'll get you some charms as well. My sense is that you're feeling very much on the same page with somebody romantically, because you've got the love card. So this message might come as a surprise to you, or it might be expected. It could just be more so, oh, I lost a card. Oh, six. Oh, look at this. 6 of Swords fell out. So I'm going to just take that as like an overarching message for the week. So absolutely success, recognition, accomplishment, achievements, victory. All right. Yeah, I do think there's some sort of communication coming in. There's a little phone in that bottle, so probably a text or something like that. If you're like maybe new to a relationship too, it could just be saying, the two of you are pretty compatible with in perfect harmony. It's going well. So getting to just enjoy. Okay, group 1. What is happening this week? Okay, so I always say it every single week. Have fun with the cards. If you get a challenging card on one day, it does not mean that you're going to have a bad day. Don't set yourself up for a bad day just because you see a challenging card. We'll figure out how to navigate the energy. We're just kind of looking at different themes of the week, different things that kind of might happen or we might notice. Not doing a very good job shuffling. But yeah, check out my junk drawer oracle. It was something new that I tried. It was a new oracle. And unfortunately, it's not as many people are seeing it. And I kind of want to know. I want to know if it's something I should continue. All right, so group 1. What is happening starting with Monday? 4 of Pentacles. Tuesday, 2 of Wands. Wednesday, 9 of Pentacles. Thursday, 9 of Cups. Friday, 5 of Cups. Saturday, 9 of Swords. Sunday, Ace of Swords. Okay. Well, happy to see the Ace of Swords after that 9 of Swords. Something that you're kind of worried about. I feel like it's in connection to this egg, like you're wondering, okay, how's this going? Will I see success with this? Or maybe you're feeling anxious about this communication that's coming in. Okay, there could be, oh, I just got something. There could have been, I don't want to say silent treatment, but there could have been lack of contact with somebody that you did want to communicate with. So this could definitely indicate that this communication is coming in by the end of the week. Here's the reality of it though. What I'm seeing potentially is like, we're not always in perfect harmony, right? Like sometimes our relationships kind of feel out of tune. So this can be figured out, okay? And even if you want to connect the egg card to this, like success in this relationship can be assured when you work together, right? So yeah, there could be a little bit of something to kind of figure out this week. Let's get some charms. Group 1. What's happening this week? What's happening this week? Ooh, I dropped one. I'll just kind of throw it onto the board from over here. Okay. All right. Okay, let me take a look, group 1. So Monday, Tuesday is interesting. I'm seeing, because you've got a tantalizing prospect will come your way. You've got 4 of Pentacles and 2 of Wands. So Monday, Tuesday, early on in the week, I'm seeing something popping in, but you're sort of being a little bit cautious about it, okay? This tantalizing prospect, it could be in regards to this communication because you do have the sword. You have essentially the Ace of Swords charm and the Ace of Swords on either end of the deck. So yeah, there's definitely strong themes of new information, clarity, messages, communication coming in this week. But Monday, you're feeling somewhat cautious about it. And I'm seeing that you're wanting to kind of explore your options. So I'm seeing that when this tantalizing prospect comes your way, you're not jumping on it. It's not an automatic thing. You're actually kind of holding back. I'm seeing that you're not even really showing your enthusiasm, or you're kind of holding off before getting too excited. You're definitely being a little cautious. So I'm not exactly sure what this is, but something, I wonder if it's something you kind of feel like, okay, this is too good to be true or something like that. But yeah, I'm seeing you kind of feeling a little bit cautious on Monday. Tuesday, you've got quite a few charms. You've got the water bottle, which here's the thing with charms, sometimes it's literal. It could just be that day it's reminding you to stay hydrated. So have fun with the charms. Sometimes they might represent something personal to you. I am noticing that it's a bottle and we've got message in a bottle. So a lot of times I try to kind of connect the charms to the cards. So this could be an indication that this is the day that the message is coming through. Yeah, even on this day, I'm seeing you a little bit like resistant to make a decision. For sure, like and that's good. Maybe you just need some time to kind of sit on this and maybe just decide for sure. But yeah, I'm seeing you even on this day, you're sort of cautious in a way, but more interested. And then you have the horse with the little rider on it. You've got the little octopus. You've got the ice cream cone. I'm seeing this day you're sort of trying to create a plan of action, is what I'm seeing. Ooh, this is interesting. Okay, so with the egg, it could be too that like whatever this tantalizing prospect is, you recognize that it could be a success. You recognize the value or the like what it could turn into, but you realize, okay, if I'm going to do this, I really need to plan, because that's essentially what this card is, right? So success assured with good plans and hard work. So you're not taking this lightly, group one. Like whatever this thing is that you're wanting to be a success this week, whether it be a personal goal, something at work, it could be a creative project, it could be a relationship, like you're wanting to put in effort and you realize that it's not going to be like an automatic thing. It's going to require plans, it's going to require effort. So yeah, I'm seeing with the plans, it could definitely be Tuesday where you're really kind of putting in some thought into the plans, or even possibly starting to put those plans into motion. I'm seeing that there's a lot, one of my hairs, there's always hair. But yeah, I'm seeing actually that whatever this is too requires like some multitasking. There could be a lot of things that you're sort of trying to get done that day all at once. The octopus could also have to do with balance as well, which can also be what the Two of Wands is talking about. Got the ice cream cone. So this generally to me is enjoy the moment. So there could be like an enjoyable, I mean, you could be going for ice cream Tuesday. In fact, I think I am taking my nieces for ice cream that day. So that's kind of funny. But yeah, you could be going for ice cream or doing something kind of fun that day. The ice cream cone, the water bottle, and the octopus, it could be talking about balance as well, with something to do with like healthy lifestyle. And I'm also getting with the water bottle to replenish yourself that day. Don't forget to replenish yourself, because it could be kind of a busy day. Wednesday, you've got the 9 of Pentacles, so, and no charms. So Wednesday, you're kind of doing your own thing, okay? I think you're minding your own business that day. You're sort of doing your thing. Some of you might have the day off, or it just could be the kind of day where you're just sort of doing something to treat yourself or relax or enjoy. There's no doubt this week that you're feeling the success with something, okay? And I think there's still more to be done, but there's a feeling this week of like, okay, yes, this was a success. This because this fell out of the deck too, like something is shaping up to be a real success. And I think you are definitely seeing the results of something on Wednesday. Like the more I look at it, the more I'm seeing you feeling successful, feeling a sense of accomplishment. So something's happening this week, okay? And this could be saying too, like you've already put in the hard work. So this week, something's coming in, a reward. It could have to do with this message too. There could be like a message. There could be some sort of communication related to whatever the success is bringing. You've got Thursday at 10 o'clock being mentioned, and it mentions time. So 10 o'clock for some reason could be when this message arrives or something like that. You've got another 9. So you've got 9 of Pentacles and 9 of Cups the next day. Oh, siren outside. So one of the things I noticed about this card, this is a very tranquil, content card, but if you notice, there is a little bit of drama happening on the sidelines, and with the alarm outside, like there's potential of something to kind of distract you from the success. I'm getting in general this week, it's important to kind of be in the moment and try not to let things distract you from enjoying the moment, or worse, sort of distract you from acknowledging the success that you've had. With the love card, this could be an especially emotionally fulfilling day, Thursday, with relationships. You might get like a really flirty or loving message at 10 on Thursday, or around 10 on Thursday, because you do have the wedding cake topper. So yeah, there's a feeling of like, yeah, quite a lot of emotional fulfillment and sort of being in that, I'm getting honeymoon stage with something, okay? It doesn't have to be a relationship, but a little bit of that honeymoon stage. You're fantasizing, you're quite imaginative, you've got lots of wishes and hopes possibly for how something's going to go. Because we have all of these hearts, so 1, 2, 3, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of cups. This could represent an abundance of romantic possibilities. Like some of you could be joining an online dating site or something like that, or doing something like, I don't know, speed dating or something. Actually, that's happening in my city fairly soon. And my friends were talking about going. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But yeah, something like that. Or, I don't know, joining Tinder. But I am seeing a possibility for like an abundance of romantic partners or potential romantic partners. So maybe you're exploring your options that way as well. But I do kind of feel like you've got your heart set on one in particular. Let's see what this says for Friday. Hope. All right. So yeah, here's the thing. I'm getting a lot of like, there's plenty of fish in the sea. Look at the sea image. If somebody has disappointed you, easier said than done. Okay. Like this is completely valid. So if you need to cry, cry. If you need to feel these feelings, absolutely. But here's the thing with this illustration. This person's crying over these 3 cups, so that like maybe the 3 relationships that didn't work, or one of these cups just ghosted her. One of these cups turned out to not be who she thought. There's a full like banquet literally behind her. So what I'm getting with hope is don't give up hope. All right, don't give up hope. I'm seeing, now again, if this doesn't apply to you, fit it into what it is. But yeah, I'm seeing that maybe you're feeling less hopeful about dating, if that's more so what it's about, or hopeful about love. Like I said earlier, there could have been with Perfect Harmony and Message in a Bottle. Maybe there was a miscommunication with someone at one point, so this could be getting clarified by the end of the weekend. So essentially with the hope message, I'm seeing that don't let these bad experiences spoil what could be or make you lose hope, okay? There's always more out there that you can't really see in the moment. Trust me, please. Okay, you've got 9 of Swords. So yeah, there's something on your mind, I feel like. I just got burst your bubble. Maybe someone like kind of bursted your bubble because you've got the balloon. This could also just represent a celebration though. Sagittarius. You've got the carousel. Yeah, I'm seeing confusion because of the moon, and the moon's right on the line, so that's what I feel like is being clarified. Let me know what you get from the balloon, because I feel like there's an analogy or something that I'm missing. With Sagittarius could sort of be a main character that day. But yeah, you've got a lot on your mind. This is a card of like dwelling on something, ruminating over something. This card always, and this is true for me, like you can have a good night's sleep and wake up with a completely refreshed perspective. So that's what I'm seeing exactly. By Sunday, your point of view about this has shifted drastically, you know, and sometimes with Message in a Bottle, sometimes communicating about the things that are causing us confusion or worry or anxiety is exactly the thing to do. Okay, so there could be like a moment for an opportunity to talk about something. This seems to do with like some sort of cycle or pattern because of the carousel, like something that kind of keeps going around and around. And then on Sunday, you've got the TV. Maybe you're watching a movie or something like that. Maybe just having kind of like a lazy day. The person's on the couch in this little TV, maybe having a little bit of a lazy day, watching some shows or something. But yeah, you do have Ace of Swords on either side of the board. So this is just kind of emphasizing this idea of messages coming in. But I think with the cards that I'm seeing, this is a shift in perspective, some clarity. If there is something that's been confusing or hidden, it could be revealed by Sunday too. If you have been feeling tension in a relationship. This could be a breakthrough in communication or harmony with your oracle cards. But honestly, this week looks good. I've got good feelings about this week, group 1. So let me know. Keep me posted. Some of these charms might have significance for you. For example, you might get a wedding invitation on Thursday, right? Message in a bottle with a little wedding charm. You can have fun with the charms, right? They always have different, meanings for everybody. So let me know what you think. We'll see you next week. Hello, group 2. If you chose Tender Embrace, then this is your weekly messages. We are going to dive into your week ahead. If you haven't watched one of these, welcome. We get a lot of detail, so definitely make yourself a cup of tea or coffee and sit with me, and we'll see what is in store for you for the next 7 days. We're working with the Wisdom of the Oracle today, as well. Sorry, couldn't see that. Wisdom of the Oracle, and the one that you chose from is the Oracle of the 7 Energies for today's special guest oracle. So let's see what is happening for you this week, group 2. What's going on for group 2? You've got Imagine. So Tender Embrace and Imagine. Group 2. What's happening this week? Getting together with friends. And Ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. All right, so some of you have a wedding to attend because you've got, oh, look at that on the bottom. That's funny. Because I was going to say, because you've got mention of a wedding, getting together with friends. July wedding doesn't seem so far off from a real possibility, but you also have on the bottom, you'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. I want to keep that. So let's see what your tarot has to add in just a second. I just want to take a look at this stuff and see what I'm getting. Okay. So I'm 1000% seeing possibility of, like, if you don't have this plan, it could be something a little bit more spontaneous, but I do see you getting together with somebody that you haven't seen in a long time, because there's a feeling of missing this person that was coming through right away. In fact, with Imagine, I got like there's something like there's a longing almost. So it could be somebody that you miss or somebody you'll hope to connect with possibly. But as far as the friends go, I do see some get-togethers this week, okay, or some invitations for further into the future. But I am seeing that there's a possibility that this is like a main thing popping up this week, getting together with friends. So, birthdays, like I said, possible weddings, because you've got a marriage will take place, either romantic or business. So, if you don't know what this is, or if you don't have a wedding planned, I wouldn't be surprised if something pops up this week. But yeah, Tender Embrace, I might read, actually, let's do that. We'll read the keywords, see what it says. 22. All right, so key concepts: compassion, warm-hearted care for self and others, sensitivity and empathy, benevolence, and kindness. You could also be giving a gift too, because this was on the bottom. So like, there could be somebody in your life right now that you're trying to like help or essentially be there for, okay? That could be going through something. So you might see something this week that you want to purchase them, that they would find quite meaningful. And of course, this could also be a gift coming in towards you, but we do have you'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Not to spoil the surprise, but some of you could be also getting proposed to this week, all right? Because what I'm seeing is you'll be receiving or giving a precious gift, okay? The Ring, getting together with friends, maybe for like a celebration or something like that. I don't know. There's something definitely happening there. Okay, so I want to read Imagine really quickly. Let's see what I get from it. I'm getting to set your sights high with something. Like, you are only limited by your imagination. So basically, like, yeah, there's something coming through about allowing yourself to dream big, essentially. So what number is that? I don't see a number. Oh, 20. Look at this. It was right there. Oh, look. 222. 222. Okay, so 20. I mean, I chose 22 for group 2 intentionally, but it is cool that you have another 2. Okay, so 20. All right. So turning imagination into manifestation, creative thought, visualization, the power of aligning imaginary and feelings, creativity, illusions. So who do you want to be? What do you need to believe in order to have the life you want? yeah, that's what I was feeling. Like there's something about dreaming big, okay, not limiting your imagination, because it might be that you dream of these things, you fantasize about these things, and then you immediately sort of say to yourself, oh, that's not realistic, right? So it's saying here, if you could dream it, you can create it. This is a time when your imagination is key to manifesting the life you desire. Okay, this is actually big. This is a huge manifestation technique. If you can do things that allow yourself to really like put yourself there in your mind and really imagine yourself in the situation you want to be in, like down to like really detailed things, visualization, like fantasize about it. It says spend time daydreaming. Absolutely. Daydreaming is totally a manifestation tool. Like it absolutely is. You've got fashioning a vision board to help you see your goals, or meditating. I like to do that with music. Like I'll turn on music, go for a walk, or just lay down, and that's when I sort of just let my imagination kind of take me away. And honestly, like I should do a video about this, but that's been a really helpful manifestation tool. But the key is to really like submerge yourself in that almost like dreamlike state. Really put yourself into the scenario that you want to be in. Imagine like a day in your life. What would it look like? What are you doing in this situation? What are you wearing? Like, how do you feel? Like really include a lot of detail. It says allow the power of your creativity to deliver images of what feeds your soul, then allow your feelings to mingle with your inspirations, and imagine these things being real right now. Then repeat. What you imagine will become your belief, and soon you will see these things come to pass in your outer world as if by magic. Okay, so yeah, you know, when you start to kind of fantasize, let yourself dream. Don't start limiting yourself, okay? I think sometimes we do that to kind of protect ourselves from disappointment, but this is a week to kind of let your imagination get a little bit carried away. Lean into it, fantasize, dream, daydream. You know, if you're like me, you'll put some music on and just kind of disappear into fantasy land for a little while. All right, so let's get some more detail. We'll work with the tarot cards and then we'll see what's happening day to day. Always like to say, have fun with the tarot cards. Have fun with all of my readings, but if you get a challenging card on one day, it absolutely does not mean that you're going to have a bad day. Don't set yourself up for a bad day just because of a challenging card. You know, have fun with it. Okay. And that's the reality of it, right? Every week has its ups and downs. It's just life. So, okay. Group 2. Starting with Monday. The World. Tuesday. 8 of Wands. Okay, so some exciting energy coming in on Tuesday. Let's go to Wednesday. You've got the Two of Wands. I feel like this is a good day to kind of let your imagination go and just sort of dream and just sort of dream and plan and, you know, fantasize. Okay, you've got the 4 of Pentacles for Thursday. Friday, you've got 9 of Wands. Saturday, 10 of Cups. That's really nice for getting together with friends. I would be willing to bet that's the day it's possibly happening. And then Sunday, you've got, 7 of Cups. Yeah, you're so imaginative this week, group 2. I love it. This is good for you. This is actually a good thing to do, and it could be happening for several reasons, right? Like some of you, if you're getting proposed to, for example, you're starting to really imagine what kind of wedding you'd like to have. You're imagining and kind of getting ready for a get together with friends or something like that. You're planning a big party or like a craft night or something. So yeah, it's a very dreamy, fantasy, fun kind of week for you. So let's see what the charms have to add. This will give us a lot of detail. And I always say have fun with the charms too, because you can feel free to read along with me. You might pick up on things that I maybe didn't put together, or a charm might have some significance for you for some reason. Okay, so you've got the frying pan with the eggs. You've got the funnel, which can indicate frustration. You've got as. Okay, so random word. What's on the other side? Can. It actually should be with the letters. That's why it's funny that it's there. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Monday, we'll go through the week. I just want to quickly look. Lots of Wands and Cups, a smidge of Pentacles, and 1 major arcana card. All right, so yeah, you're starting off the week with the World. So this is This is a week full of possibilities. I'm getting the world is your oyster. So this sort of fits in with this idea of imagination. The world is your oyster. I think that you're about to begin a new chapter. And in general, I feel like you're starting to really expand your horizons in your mind. You might have recently kind of had an epiphany or just a moment of like, hey, wait, no, actually I can reach for more, or I can give myself permission to live this life that I want to live, or there is more out there for me, right? So I think you might have kind of recently gone through this shift, and I think this week is all about kind of discovering what else is out there. What I'm getting is, because you have the funnel, I'm getting like something that was frustrating is finally completed successfully. The world can bring in that successful, yes, this is finally done or completed. And this is definitely kind of telling me you've been quite patient, or you've had to be very patient. Funny, because the eggs to me actually do represent potential and possibility, because I know it seems sort of like a silly thing, but if you think of all of the different ways to make an egg, like you can poach it, you can hard boil it, you can fry it, you can make it over easy, you can make deviled eggs, you can make all these different kinds of eggs. So scrambled, like omelets, you know what I mean? Souffles, is a souffle an egg? Yeah, hey? Anyways, point is, this makes me think of variety, and there's 2 eggs in there, so maybe that's significant as well. But yeah, eggs represent potential, whether it's in cooking or just in general. Like the egg represents new beginnings and potential. So yeah, I'm seeing a lot of new beginnings on Monday, but the eggs for you could literally represent the Monday you're having a nice breakfast. Maybe you're going to brunch with friends or something like that. So it could be a little bit more literal. Let's see what we have here. On to Tuesday, you aspire to great things, begin with little ones. Love that. You've got a lot on Tuesday. You've got alert. Okay, you've got the hammer. You've got for sale, sold. Okay, something's getting completed. I'm imagining someone like hammering the sign into, the ground. Something is sold, completed, finalized on Tuesday. It could be literal, like you could be moving, or something could be getting sold, or it could have to do more with this marriage. It could be something like contracts being signed, but something's getting like finalized, or the last phase of something is finally like completed. With the you aspire to great things, begin with little ones. Tuesday could be a good day to like just start small with something. If you're imagining something big and you don't really know where to start, just start small. Just start with what you can do right now. Tuesday, though, is bringing in a lot of unpredictable sort of energy. This is going to be a day of having to maybe adapt or kind of stay on your toes, right? The 8 of Wands can be a very exciting energy, but it's also quite unsettled. And it is an energy of like something kind of being in motion. So maybe it's coming, like maybe this thing that's getting completed or finalized is kind of happening a little bit quicker than you thought. So expect the unexpected possibly on Wednesday, or pardon me, Tuesday. Maybe I made that mistake for a reason. Maybe it's extending into Wednesday. You've got the little parrot and the teddy bear. Okay, getting together with friends. I'm getting like to have a conversation with someone you feel like comfortable. Like you might be having a heart-to-heart with somebody where like what you say isn't going to be repeated, okay? Because the teddy bear to me represents a friend who's just there. It's comfort. It's like a bear hug. Like, oh, hug, tender embrace. Okay, so Tuesday you could be getting just an amazing hug. One of the best hugs you've ever had. What's better than that, right? So Tuesday you've got a really great friend, or a chance for like a comforting conversation coming up. You've got alert on your phone. This could be just saying stay alert because of the energy that the 8 of Wands brings. Stay alert, keep your eye open for possibilities. Keep ready for sudden shifts in schedule, or just knowing that like expect the unexpected. Things could kind of change at the drop of a hat on Tuesday. You've also got the star. There could be like a burst of creative inspiration coming in, or something like that as well. With the 8 of Wands can bring in like a burst of creativity, sort of like a rush of energy that brings with it a lot of potential, right? With the star as well can indicate inspiration. One of my hairs, I can't see, like I think that happened during group 1. I kept finding my hairs. Okay. On to Wednesday, you've got the 2 of Wands, all right? So this is another day where you're exploring your options, imagining, fantasizing, planning. This to me with the world is like very much like I was saying, the world is your oyster. You've got the world at your fingertips. What are you going to do, right? That's the kind of feeling like you're only limited by your imagination. So this is a day where you're really like seeing what else is out there, whether it be career-wise, it could be creatively, it could be relationship-wise. Maybe you're kind of starting to dive into the world of dating or something like that. maybe you're starting to kind of think outside the box and approach something a little bit more creatively, but it's your main energy that day. You also have this one, which I kind of feel like more so is like, okay, actually, yeah, I'm getting something about know when to ask for assistance, all right? So pay attention, like when you need help with something, tender embrace. Yeah, there's something for sure coming through about maybe, or maybe someone else is asking you for help, but don't be shy to ask for help if you need something this week, okay? Or there could be someone offering assistance with something. You've got finances on your mind on Thursday. You've got the purse, Four of Pentacles, the microscope, the wheel, and like the chariot energy, okay? So you've got some financial goals this week, don't you, group 2? Like I feel like you're maybe focused on taking a closer look with the microscope to your finances, or maybe you're spending. Maybe you're starting to save for something. Four of Pentacles can indicate a need to start maybe putting some aside or save. This could be maybe get together with friends that you're saving for, something you want to do, maybe travel, maybe a wedding if that whole thing applied to you. So yeah, you're starting to kind of take a close look at finances. What's interesting is the wheel in the tea leaf deck can indicate sort of like allowing yourself to kind of just kind of, what did it say? I think ramble aimlessly, I think is how they phrased it. But with the chariot, this is very directed. Like this especially makes me think of momentum and movement. This could be like Wheel of Fortune energy as well. Something lucky could happen financially that you're deciding to maybe set aside or save. Like there could be a windfall or something like that. But I'm thinking of it more as like progress, movement. And I think you're kind of getting, I don't want to say more serious, but more intentional about your spending. I think that's the perfect way to say it. You're getting more intentional about your spending. Okay, let's look at Friday. You've got Libra. Yeah, Libra energy kind of on the line could indicate like balance. Okay, so Libra. So Libra could be like main character energy around Thursday, Friday. You've got 9 of Wands. So yeah, you're a little bit, got your guard up, perhaps, both days. Okay, you've kind of got this like guarded energy. Could be maybe a bit suspicious, maybe a little bit closed off, mildly. You could have good reason for this. And I feel like with the spending messages, there's something about maybe becoming a little bit more disciplined, like you've become a little bit more disciplined with something possibly. This can also be a card of recovery, a bit of a timeout, kind of regaining your balance. It's a card saying you're still standing, like you've made it through a challenging experience. The worst is behind you. You've got the Candle. So this could be like more inspiration or just energy or something like that. You've got the little film. You've got the butterfly. What else is here? The lock and the head, which usually indicates something like an idea you're sort of keeping locked up. Someone is speaking well of you. Okay. I'm going to be honest, what just came through, someone's speaking better of you than you think. Okay, so like you might assume someone's thinking something, but in fact they're not. Like they're actually speaking highly of you. So your ideas about what someone thinks of you might be based on something you're insecure about, or maybe just something you kind of like assumed that they might think of you. So don't be so quick to assume that, because someone's speaking well of you. And it also could just be someone seeing something that you've accomplished, something that you've done, something that you've been through, and come out on the other side even stronger, and they're speaking well of you, like they're acknowledging it. I'm seeing that you've transformed through something pretty uncomfortable. Like you've come out even stronger. The film could have to do with photography, memories. What I'm actually seeing is like, I'll say it how it's coming in. Proof of what you've accomplished. Like other people are recognizing something that you've done well. And I think you're sort of seeing that maybe you're like seeing evidence of like how far you've come with something, because this too can be a card of accomplishment. So yeah, there's something there. The Candle, this is like illuminate, like something being illuminated. Can also indicate like passion or creativity, similar to Ace of Wands. Okay, on to Saturday and the weekend. You've got Good. That's fun. You've got the Octopus. Could be like maybe a lot of social engagements that you're sort of trying to balance or do a little bit of everything at once. But yeah, 10 of Cups is a beautiful energy, especially with the getting together with friends and the tender embrace. Seeing some nice hugs. If you like hugs, you're going to enjoy this week, because I just keep seeing like this hug as someone you've missed, or someone that just gives the best kind of hug. And if you don't like hugs, obviously you don't have to hug, but like this is just like, it's just making me think of a really good hug. But yeah, 10 of Cups, or maybe more so the feeling of a really good hug. Yeah, 10 of Cups, this is fulfillment and being surrounded by people that you love and care about. Maybe you've got like a family event. This could definitely be a day where there's a wedding or something like that. Maybe there's a weekend wedding. I don't know when. I guess there's not weekday weddings, but you know what I mean. Okay, on to Sunday. There's the lightning bolt, which can indicate like an epiphany realization. So paired with the 7 of Cups, this could indicate clarity in regards to something you were indecisive about or confused about, or it could just indicate, again, kind of going with our themes, like lots of really imaginative, creative ideas popping in this week, kind of out of nowhere. It could be like an aha moment happening on Sunday, but generally the 7 of Cups, depending on like what we're getting from it, today I'm actually getting you to lean into that energy because you're being encouraged to imagine and fantasize and daydream. This is going to be a really good energy. Sometimes depending on what you're looking at or asking, it can indicate hesitation or overthinking, or even sometimes kind of having an overly imaginative view of something. But with you, I'm actually getting this as a real good thing to kind of lean into. Could have some like intense clarity in regards to something though. Very interesting. Okay, I've got to wrap up there. I didn't realize how long this was going. We will see you next week. Thank you so much. Take care. Hello, group 3. If you chose the oh my goodness. Okay, I did it again. Literally while I've been setting up, I keep calling it With Ears Wide Open because I'm thinking of that song With Arms Wide Open. So I keep singing it to myself. I'm like, with ears wide open, which is not what the card is, but yeah, 33, ears wide open. We'll see what this is about. It means a couple things. The oracle cards, like the tea leaf cards and the Wisdom of the Oracle, which by the way is our special guest oracle this week, Wisdom of the Oracle, as well as Oracle of the 7 Energies. That's this one. But yeah, this could mean a couple things. What I get from it initially is just pay attention. You know, keep your ears open, stay alert. Some information you might overhear this week, or just kind of find out just by keeping alert is what I'm getting. This card also has to do with listening in a conversation, like really listening. You've got breathe. Okay. Yeah, there could be something mending. Yeah. Okay, I want to say one thing that I think could be happening this week. There's a conversation with someone, and this card encourages us to listen and really hear what's being said, to have a constructive conversation rather than listening just simply to respond, right? And I think we do that sometimes, especially if the tensions are high. It's like someone's talking and we're already kind of thinking of our point, the point we want to make, what we want to say, how we're going to kind of, you know, respond to it, rather than like pausing. So with breathe and mending, you could be taking a bit of a time out with something this week to really like let something someone said marinate, really let it sit. Or there could just be a conversation this week where you're really working through something with someone and, you know, trying to figure things out together. Let's see what your tea leaves say. Group 3, what's happening this week? Grapes, time to go out and have some fun, absolutely. And you've got temptation will test you as well with the apple. Temptation will test you. My goodness. Okay. So we've got breathe and mending. So breathe coming out as one of your main cards. I'm just getting to like breathe through all of it this week. If there's an argument or something like, not even an argument, I'm not telling you there's going to be like fights this week at all. But with mending, it is implying that maybe there's like something that has to get worked through or discussed or figured out with somebody. A discussion, right? It might not be the most comfortable discussion, or it could be a discussion where someone's explaining why they felt that way, or you could be also doing the same. So it does seem rather productive. Mending is a really good sign. But even with that situation, I'm getting to like breathe through it. Breathe before responding. Sit with the information for a second, or even possibly longer, depending on the situation. But also with temptation will test you. Basically this week, it's really important to kind of get grounded and centered before responding. And that's what I was getting to with the fox in general. Foxes represent strategy, and strategy to me is like not being impulsive. It's like having a plan. So temptation will test you. Something could pop up this week that kind of out of nowhere pops up. It might seem too good to be true. It might seem like something that is worth kind of risking something very valuable to you. It might be temptation romantically for some. It might be temptation to spend money on something you know you're going to regret later. So just pause, breathe, take a minute. So let's see what your tarot has to add, because it always gives us some extra info. And really quickly, by the way, please, if a challenging card comes out with tarot, do not let it dictate how your day is going to go. Have fun with it. We're just going to pull some cards for the next 7 days and see what kind of energies are popping up. You know, some weeks are just weeks. Not every week has like life-changing big things happen. We're just kind of looking at different themes, different things that might pop up, and yeah, see what we need to know. So starting with Monday, you've got the Knight of Pentacles Monday. Tuesday, you've got Six of Pentacles. Wednesday, the Devil. Hello. Hello, temptation will test you. You've got Thursday. Oh my goodness. My hair. Every group today. All right, Friday. So King of Cups for Thursday. Friday, Two of Wands. And finally, the weekend, Saturday. Ooh, yeah, overthinking for sure. You got two. You got Nine of Swords with Seven of Cups in combination. And finally, Sunday. Oh, I love that. Two of Cups. Beautiful. Let's get some charms to add some detail. Okay, so this one's attached to my shirt, and each side has something different, so I think I'm just going to roll it. Family. Adorable. Okay, so we'll start Monday, but I'm already seeing a couple things that connect to your main energies this week, including, like I said, the Devil card, but also the Six of Pentacles is like, to me, coming through. Actually, I'm seeing a lot of reciprocity on the board, so it's going to be important this week with mending. Just because you're listening to this person doesn't mean you have to agree with what they're saying. You're just hearing their point of view, right? And I think that's, you know, part of it. Maybe you've been kind of like, I don't want to hear it. But maybe by hearing it, it'll kind of at least give you an understanding of like where they're coming from. And then maybe you can kind of like have a, because it's sort of more so just avoiding being closed off to even listening to what they have to say. But I also do think it might have to do with like strategy or just like paying attention, keeping your ears open for something that you're looking for, whether it be like, it could be listening to clues about something, lots of possibility. But let's start with Monday, group 3, and then we'll go through the board. Monday, you've got the Knight of Pentacles, you've got 17, you've got music notes, and the baseball glove. Okay, so... Oh, by the way, did I even mention this? Yeah, I did. Time to go out and have some fun. Could be a good week to kind of let off some steam, go out and have some fun. You could be getting invited to something. I feel like it's Saturday with the gummy bears. This represents like get-togethers, so that's why I feel like that might be the day, or maybe it's something with family on Friday. But yeah, Monday, you're going into the week with a very practical approach to something. You're taking your time, you're not in a rush, you're wanting to be prepared as well. So yeah, I like that energy going into the week because it's steady, it's sturdy, it's not impulsive, it's not too abrupt, it's just steady, you know? So I think that's a good energy to kind of go into the week with. This could be the day where you're sort of receiving something, like there could be a bit of like a back and forth exchange possibly on Monday, and you've got the music. Now here's the thing, and this is what I like to mention with charms, is certain charms might have personal significance. So this could literally be going to a concert, it could be taking music lessons, there could be a day where you find the name of that song you've been wanting to figure out what it was. Lots of possibilities, but I'm getting harmony, okay? So harmony within a relationship. So this is good. Mending is a card of forgiveness and working through things and repairing things and apologies and all of that. So I think that the music notes are a really good sign for some harmony. If this Knight of Pentacles is connecting to the Apple card, this would be a don't make any impulsive purchases. The Knight of Pentacles wouldn't. They would take their time. They would put it in their cart and then wait 48 hours before actually hitting purchase, if that's what it's about. Just a silly example. But, you know, whatever it is, this is like take your time. So if it's connecting to the Apple card, that could be what it is. On to Tuesday, you've got the little wilderness cabin charm. Adorable. You've got the teapot, lightning bolt, and the diving helmet. You also have the Six of Pentacles. So like I said, the Six of Pentacles is a card of reciprocity. It's a card of give and take. So this relationship is going to take give and take, just, as they do. This could also indicate that you're receiving some help or assistance that day, or you're in the position to help somebody else. With the image though that I'm seeing, I'm heavily getting themes of cooperation, and you've got tea. This can be like warmth and friendship, and the diving mask can be like diving deep into our emotions. You might have realization, or maybe someone's sharing some information with you too that is kind of surprising. Maybe you didn't realize. Okay, so there could be like an epiphany or realization or some shocking kind of information. This charm generally to me connects with like getting outside, getting out into nature, unplugging from technology for a little bit, that kind of thing. But it could just literally be get outdoors. Do things that are maybe tranquil and relaxing for you on Tuesday as well. With breathe, maybe fresh air could be an important thing this week as well. Just making sure you're getting outside, getting some fresh air. You also might be interested in meditation this week, or like something like guided meditation. Seeing like a calm through the storm is what I'm feeling. Calm through the storm. So remaining calm, breathing through maybe a tense situation. The breathe card can also talk about patience as well. So maybe like being patient with the situation. Let's pay attention to Wednesday, because this is really our biggest red flag of the week. We've got the devil card, but we already know what it's about because we've got temptation will test you. You've got the Eight of Swords. You've got the luck charm, and you've got heads up. So what I'm getting is basically pay attention. Something at its surface may seem great, but you know that saying, the devil's in the details. So you might want to do some further investigating, or just make sure you really listen to your intuition. Like pay attention. Like if something's not quite feeling, I don't know, like maybe investigate further into that. Like don't just take everything at face value, especially with the devil card. Your intuition is powerful. So just listen to that. If something seems too good to be true, maybe it is, maybe it's not, right? But that's why we look more into it, okay? So don't let someone kind of smooth talk you into like spending money on something that you don't want to spend, or do something you don't want to do. It's actually coming through as almost like similar energy to like peer pressure actually right now. So yeah, just kind of stay aware, okay? People's intentions might not be as honest. This could also indicate self-sabotage. There could be something you're self-sabotaging through temptation. It's like you've done this work with something, you've been dedicated, you've stuck to it, and then as soon as you're really starting to feel like you've got a grasp on it, that's when self-sabotage usually pops in for some reason. So breathe through it. But yeah, heads up, just pay attention. Pay attention to red flags. On to Thursday, you've got go for a walk. Yeah, get outside this week. You've got good, the word good. You've got King of Cups. This could be like a romantic card, all right? This might be a King of Cups in your life showing you love. This could represent you. This could represent an energy of like emotional stability and feeling very in tune with your emotions. This King could also be just an indication that a relationship is in a good place. So with the Mending card, this could be an indication that, by the middle of the week, you're in a better place with this situation. Maybe it has to do with the Grapes card, going out to have some fun. Maybe you're going on a date with someone, going for a walk or something like that. On to Friday, you've got Ticket to Happiness, you've got Family, Libra, the Cauldron, the Balloon, and the Threshold. You've also got a yes kind of Friday, Saturday. So you could be getting a yes to something. But Ticket to Happiness, yeah, I wonder if there's like an invitation to an event. Maybe that's what it is. Grapes, time to go out and have some fun. Ticket to like a comedy show, ticket to a concert, ticket to a movie, to an event of some kind. So yeah, some sort of ticket could be happening. You've got a balloon too, so this can indicate celebration. So maybe some sort of celebration. You've got Threshold, right? So that's interesting. Sort of like portal energy, or you're at the beginning, you're at the threshold, you're having a threshold moment with something. Libra energy could be main character. Family, maybe a Libra in your family, but I'm seeing possible themes around family this day. Maybe you're mending something with family. That could definitely be what it is. But it could just be having some fun with your family. Maybe like I'm seeing some, like there's 4 people. Maybe there's like something fun happening with family that day. Birthday party, perhaps. And the cauldron's making me think of soup right now for some reason. But it can also be about cooperation, bringing something together. Maybe something's kind of being brought together on Friday. I'm wondering with the threshold, because like Two of Wands can be that energy right before we're about to take action with something. There could also be indication of a choice, all right? So this could be like a threshold moment, making this choice, especially with Libra and the Justice energy. Yeah, there could be a choice. So, get all of the information, breathe, make the choice that feels best for you. Don't be tempted to make a choice that doesn't feel aligned with your goals or what's important to you. So yeah, there could be a choice or something you're saying yes to, perhaps. On to Saturday. This is where you have a little bit of overthinking, okay, overcomplication, because you have the pair of kind of cards that can indicate overthinking. You've got 7 of Cups and you have 9 of Swords. So yeah, there's potential to like, even with the carousel, sort of be going kind of like round and round with something on Saturday. The best advice I would say with this energy is trust your gut. Trust your gut. Really listen to your intuition. Don't let anyone else make you second guess yourself either. And be okay with saying no to something as well. Like we've got a yes right there, but be okay with saying no. You're in control because we've got like Emperor energy there. So I think that standing your ground could be important. I'm getting to tell you not to let your imagination get away with you with something. There's potential this weekend to kind of assume the worst, or I guess self-sabotage was an issue we saw earlier in the week. So it could be connected to that, but I am seeing potential for some overcomplication or letting your imagination get the better of you. So I would maybe wait till you have all of the information before you jump to any conclusions with something on the weekend. You've got the little gummy bears all gathered together. This is probably connected to the grapes card, so maybe some reason to go out and have some fun Friday, Saturday, fun with family, possible concert, birthday parties, things like that. You might not know what it is yet, but you might. And then back to mending, you've got the tennis racket. Lots of back and forth. What's cool because I got that. Like I was imagining someone playing catch, and then same kind of thing with the tennis racket. And you have 2 of Cups. So more reciprocity. And this is a beautiful connection. This is really feeling understood, feeling cared about. So whether it's a romantic relationship where you're kind of working through something or just bonding, there's going to be a great kind of back and forth dynamic on Sunday. So if you have been having tension with a loved one, whether it be a romantic partner, business partner, even friend, I'm seeing a better exchange on Sunday. Really great relationship with the 2 of Cups. All right, on that note, group 3, we will wrap up there. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Stay tuned for next week. And also check out my last reading I posted. It's not as many people are seeing it, but check it out. I did a junk drawer oracle. So this is like basically things that didn't fit in my charm set I'm using for its own oracle. So it's like junk drawer, kind of I Spy style oracle. We did a really fun reading and I was actually pretty surprised with how powerful the messages were because I was just I've been trying it out, right? But yeah, we will see you next week, group 3. Take care.